first match here. Ollie Ellard is going to be starting off on lane 3. And here in the booth with me, back again, is the Boo. Welcome back, Rich. How have you been?
Thanks, Coach. Glad to be back.
Good. What do we know about the two bowlers here today?
Ollie starts off the right way with a big strike.
Okay, both boys having warmed up. Looks like Ollie has found his line for today. Comes out with that first big strike. Putting the heat on early.
Bill Brown getting up on lane 4 is a newcomer to the show. He qualified a Bradley ball.
Big backswing. Way out, swings it back in, carries. All right, both boys on line.
Tall, rangy fella. Gets the ball way down the lane, throws the ball pretty good, I think.
Bill is only 19 years old. He's quite an accomplished bowler for his age. Pulls it over a little bit, crosses.
A little bit of a tug, but he got away with it for a brookie strike, and I'm sure he's happy with those results.
All right. Not bad opening. You can carry 2 anyway to begin with. That's off to a good start. It's first time on a TV appearance, so he's have to be a little nervous.
Yeah, he'll take it, Fitz.
All right, let's see if Bill can come right back with him and stay with him. Cranks it out there.
Not a
Hitting heavy, needs a break. And he's got it.
He did get a break. He has just the baby split instead of the more difficult 3-9-10. He just has to put the ball between the 3-10.
That 9 makes it a tough spare to make. I know you make them all the time, Rich, but gives me a lot of trouble.
That's because I leave them all the time, Fitz.
Here's Bill swinging way out too far.
So Ollie's opening the second frame, so Bill takes the early lead. Since last time I talked to Ollie, he's got a pretty new arsenal of bowling balls. He now bowls with a Cobra pink hammer, and the ball he's using right now is an axe. There's a never-ending line of balls available.
Okay, nice line, nice-looking ball. Went a little inside on lane 3. Didn't swing it out too far and carried. 10 in the pin receptacle area. Rich, we've discovered a new term.
That was an excellent shot. He's back on him. Okay, Bill's up with a double.
Okay.
And a high hit, and he leaves himself the 3, 6, 9, 10. There again, it's a very difficult spare to convert because if you go too high, you pick the 3 off the 6, and if you're too light, you won't get the 9 pin. So the ball's got to be right there for the cover. And I see that Bill is using a Cobra. You can see the Cobra emblem right on his bowling ball. One of the newer. And he
pulled both
shots.
So got himself a little trouble. But
so we have an even match.
Okay, we start all over from scratch. Let's see if we can get his confidence back and get that ball out as far as he wants.
Well, it's the old saying, you know, trust is a must or your game is a bust, and he didn't get either one of those balls out to the right where he should have been, and he paid the price. Right. So see if he comes back with a good shot here.
Okay, he asked the director for a re-rack, and we're going to reset the pins again. He must have seen something he didn't like. All right, he's ready now. A push away, and here he goes. Throws it out and hard.
The ball was out a little too wide. He gets a break, and the 10-pin falls, so he just has a 1-2-4 conversion.
All right, he didn't need another split here on this one.
No.
That's talking to himself, trying to get his game together here.
A little bit of an overcorrection there. Went high, and this one out to the right, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Got that one the hard way. Gives him a chance now to sit down and resurrect his first shot.
Okay, Ollie has a chance to take the lead here with a strike.
Okay.
Up on lane 4.
Ollie's 22 years old, bowls out of Riverdale here. He's from the Feeding Hills area.
That shot is terrible shot, but good results, and he's shaking his head, but he'll take it. He takes a lead with that brookie mixer. Not where he was real short and real soft with that shot. He just didn't let it out bold. but he got away with it. On the left lane, however, he's been solid in the pocket twice, so let's see if he can continue.
Okay, cranks it out.
It's out, and it's wide, and he
comes back a little late. Leaves him with a tough 210.
Yeah, very common split these days with the urethane balls. 210 is, you see it all the time, where it was a rare split 10 years ago. And very makeable.
Okay, he goes for it.
No.
No. Okay, he settles for the 1 pin.
So after 5 frames, Ollie's 84 in the 5th. Bill Brown 48 in the 3rd with a spare up. And the game is real close. Matter of sticks.
Okay, let's see if he can jump out to the lead with this one. Put some pressure on him. Didn't get out far enough, but carries.
Well, another Brooklyn strike, and he came up on that shot. You can see he didn't stay down and get it out to the right. And if you don't stay down with the ball, that's usually what happens. You pull up into the left, and the ball goes high or Brooklyn. And he's up by 4 pins, has a chance to make it 14 for the strike here.
Okay, there he goes.
That's a good
Looks
shot.
good. Oh, doesn't quite carry. Got the tip, got the wiggle, but couldn't carry. That's all right, I'm sure he feels better about that shot. But, that's the ball he wants to throw, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was a little wide, came back a little late for the 10 pin, but it was in the zone.
Yeah. Okay, we're waiting for the machine to... Okay, short break here. We'll take a look at the score. Up through 5. Ollie is 84 in the 5th. Bill is on a strike in the 5th.
More than just another how-to video. The Alpine...
Welcome back, Wolf. Okay, we had a slight delay here while the machine readied itself. Going for that spare now. Oh, and he misses. That's tough. That little break in the action might have cost him a little bit there, Rich. We have always hoped not, but...
Well, he's been pulling up left on a lot of his shots, and he's got to correct that problem, or it's going to be a tough day for him.
William.
Okay.
Okay, here's Ollie. Well, coming up a little heavy also.
Yeah, 3-6-10 on lane 4.
So both
just didn't get that ball out again. He hasn't hit the pocket yet on lane 4. He's been pretty good on lane 3. And it just seems like he's setting the ball short.
Yeah, it's always a little different when you get on TV.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It comes a little harder. There's an extra factor there. Okay, goes for a spare.
Good shot.
He's got him.
And he takes the lead with that shot. He takes the lead by about 8 pins.
Yeah, Ollie qualified this morning with a 246 and a 215, so we know he can throw some big games. Hope he can get his game on track here. Let's see. Sets himself. Cranks it out.
And that's a little wide again. But he has an easy spare lead, the 1-2. And with that, he's got a 6-pin lead, providing he converts his spare.
Looked like he might overturn his hand on that one. Rich,
well,
you think? Yeah.
Both bowlers look a little tentative. Like you said, Jack, you're on TV. There's a lot more pressure than
He slows
lead
down.
bowling or open bowling. That's gone.
Way out there. And he misses another spare.
So at this point we have a competitive, low-scoring match. Both bowlers in there, and it's up for grabs. Whoever can get it together and
so you can break out of the pack first here, right?
That's right.
Here he comes. It's out there. Oh, what a tough break. That was a nice-looking ball.
Solid 10-pin, ring 10, no cigar. Good shot, however, and that's got to help your confidence. Even though he didn't carry a strike, he put the ball where it had to be. So, as a matter of fact, the last 2 balls he's left 10 pins, so he's been in the pocket. See if he can convert this.
No, he wants this one now because he missed the last one. He's going to go right after it. Throws it hard.
That's a bold shot.
Oh,
not bold enough.
Just missed it. That's a shame.
So
it's not over yet.
At the end of 7 frames, 5-pin difference. Ollie Ellard, 110 in the 7th. Bill Brown, 105 in the 7th. And whoever gets it together is going to come out of this a winner. And it doesn't look like it's going to take too much.
Anybody's match. Still big swing.
That's
Looks
pretty
good
good
if it
shot
comes
with
up.
light, though.
No, it doesn't. Didn't have the
And,
fingers in it. Both gentlemen still a little tentative here.
2-4-10, same shot as a 2-10. You have to hit the left side of the 2-pin, slide it into the 10 to convert it, and it's not that difficult a shot. It's basically almost like a 4-pin shot.
All right, let's see what he does. He goes for the 2. Tried to take it off the wall, but didn't work. Okay, not too happy with himself. We'll go back and do some more engineering here.
Ollie has a golden opportunity here with a mark. Be up 16 and see what kind of shot he makes. That's
Gets it out there. This one comes back and mixes well. Gets 10.
Well, that's first ball he got to the right on lane 4, and he sent it bold and got the light mixing strike, and really a good rolling ball. That's where you want to be most of the time. Light on the head pin, half pocket. If your ball's rolling good, you'll mix the pins up or pile them up on the left. And,
on a strike, looking for a double. Gets it out again. Doesn't come back. Looked like he overturned that again, Rich. To me, that he was getting a little topspin rather than driving turn on that ball. And he just stayed out there and sailed.
Well, I don't think he threw it real bad, Jack. It's just that the way they're not lined up in the right area to give themselves the maximum opportunity. I think.
Oh, that was a tough break. Got the pin over there, but got caught up in the gutter. Didn't come out. Didn't carry it. It was a nice try. And the match is still up for grabs.
Yeah, Ollie is.
I'm sure both boys know it.
38 and 9th. He's still got a lead, however.
Okay, Bill up in the 10th. He wants one here.
He tightened up his
got
shot.
it. He's got it.
That's an excellent shot. Bill moved inside a little bit and kept the ball straighter, hit the pocket, a nice solid strike. And he's down 4 sticks. If he can strike here, he can take the lead. 10th frame, first ball in the 10th.
He got it out.
Doesn't
come back. Didn't come back. You lost something on that?
It just...
He leaves a 7.
Just seems like they don't have too much room for error.
Every little mistake is costing both boys dearly here.
Yeah, so there's not a big
difference. Nip and tuck to the end. Okay, it's important to cover this pair here.
That keeps him in the hunt.
And he just gets it.
And so Bill will be in the 150s somewhere, and if Ollie spares, he's going to win this. So it's that. If we can see this game, it hasn't been automatic to get a mark.
Well, I'm sure he's hoping for a 10 right here. That'll give him a 154 if he does.
Anything.
He's got to figure on that one.
Yeah, anything reasonable puts Ollie in a position of having a mark. So Bill Brown finishes 153. Ollie needs some kind of a mark and 6 pins, and he's a winner.
Okay, he's on and open, going into the 10th.
The best mark is a strike, and then you don't have,
I'm sure he'd rather have it on the first ball. You're right. Gets it out. Crosses over.
Well, he got a break. He left just a 6-pin and this fairly easy spare, and I think he should convert it.
I'm sure he's happy to see that one standing instead of the 10. So it gives him a little more room on either side to get it. And I know he won't want to be taking advantage of all that room. Go right for the nose. But gets it on the left side.
Okay. It's simple. Ollie gets 6 pins on this ball or more. He's the winner of match number 1.
As old Chris Schenkel used to say, you just got to stay behind the foul line, keep the ball on the lane. Looks good down the middle. Brooklyn strike. And that
smart
wraps the
thing
match
to
up.
do, make sure you get a piece of the head finish.
Finishes with a 168 to 153. And we have our first winner.
We have
Stay
it.
tuned, folks. We'll be right back. Ready for the next match. Phil Karwalski against our first match winner, Ollie Ellard. Phil is going to start on, just chosen to start on lane 3.
Well, I want to make a prediction.
What you going to predict?
That Ollie will not win with 158.
I'll have to go along with that. He's a seasoned veteran now. Phil getting his old familiar crank way out there. Crosses a little too heavy. Does not carry. Phil was working out with him multiple balls here early in the warm-ups. So let's see what he's going to go to for his spares.
Of course, Phil's been on the show many times, about 20 times to be exact, and he won 7 titles in a row.
Fires hard. Chops off 1 pin. The 3 pin, leaving the 6 and 10. Not a good start.
No, but he's an explosive bowler, so
Let's
once
see
he
if
gets
Ollie
it
can
going,
get his game together and jump all over that. Cranks the way out. Got a lift on it. Back. It carries.
nice ball by Ollie, and I see switch balls for this game. Fitz, he was using his axe the first game, and I guess it didn't react properly enough. Well, he shot 158, so I changed balls too. Now he has his blue hammer, which is a soft urethane ball.
It looks like he has a little confidence coming out in this first match here. See if he can double it up. It's out. Coming back, crossing, and carrying on the Brooklyn
nice
side.
break.
Like Tom Krause said, that's the only kind of strike that counts. I know, I live on that side.
Take it from me, folks. I was in Reno with him. That's a true statement.
Okay, Phil lining up, wanting to get back on, gets it way out into the channel. Phil's not happy with that, naturally. Looking over his equipment, putting his head together, and saying, what did I do there?
When that happens, that's usually a problem with timing or footwork. You get ahead of the ball, and if you slosh it out to the right a little further than you anticipated.
That one in the pocket.
That's the way to come back.
That gets his spare. He was on an open anyway, so the first ball didn't hurt him in count, fortunately. But he's got his first mark now. Let's see if he can build on it. When you play that wide a line, if you make a little mistake, it could be disaster, and it certainly was that time. On up with a channel ball. Used to be known as a gutter ball, Rich. Centuries ago. Here he comes. Cranks it out. Roars it back.
Nice ball.
Mix and carries. That makes him happy.
Well, it started to make him happy. He's still behind. Ollie knows he's got to keep the heat on him, and I'm sure he wants a strike here. And he was solid in the pocket on lane 4, the first frame. Let's see if he can duplicate it.
Doesn't take much time up there. Gets it right out.
It's out. It's back. Light.
And
he
mixes
carries
and carries. Okay. And he's on a 3-bagger.
Right out of the chute. He can't do any better than that.
Okay, he's serving notice this
the
game.
Adjustment on lane 3 where he went Brooklyn the second frame. See if he makes the correction to put the ball in the strike pocket.
Yeah, this could be a big one here. If he can put it on top of the first 3.
And
It's coming off cross him.
And,
leaves the 5-9. Should be easily makeable, but I know that's not what he was after. He wanted that 4th strike.
it's easily makeable, and it's easily choppable.
Ooh, that was close.
Almost. But he covered it. So after 4 frames, 78 1/3 for Ollie. With a spare up, Phil needs a strike here to get back in the hunt.
Okay, Phil out there. Coming back.
Excellent
It carries.
shot.
10 in the deck.
And he cuts the lead to 20 pins.
Okay. That was a big strike for Phil. He'd love to put another one on top of that, and that'll bring him within 20 pins, I believe.
Well, he's within 20 now. If he strikes again, he'll be within 10 fits.
Okay, with a lot of room left
Oh, yeah.
to work with, and we'll have ourselves a match. Let's see if he can get it. Okay. Dries off his ball, wipes it, sets his fingers. And he's away. Gets it out, a lot of fingers, gonna cross, heavy. Oh, but he looks out. Well, that 7-pin wanted to stand there on him, but
Well, he broke up.
fortunately he went down.
He ended up with a 10-pin. So if he covers this,
He knew it when he threw it.
he'll be down 21.
All right, changes balls. Gives him a little straighter line, throws it hard, but he pulled it, it missed. That was a tough one for him.
And that's unusual for Phil. He's usually good at the corner pins. Lanes are hooking quite a bit in the back end today. And if you let up on the ball or set it short, it's going left.
Well, he had good speed on that. I think he just pulled it in a little bit, missed his mark. Chance to come back, and he does. He carries.
Excellent shot by Ollie. Take advantage. Strikes here. He can really put some distance between himself and Mr. Karwoski.
That was a powerful ball. That's pretty when they all go down like that, isn't it, Rich?
Ollie's up 33. Can make it 43 with a strike here.
Looking confident. Gets it out.
That's it. Yeah, that's
Heavy.
Well,
Crossed over too much. He's playing a little different line over on 3.
well, he hasn't been able to hit the left lane. He carried one Brooklyn strike, and he just hasn't hit the pocket.
Seems still a little tentative. Not sure what to do there. Important to cover this pair. And he doesn't. Oh, just slides right by.
And then the door is open again. It seems like no one can put each other away. And
well, this is exciting for us, folks. I know the bowlers aren't enjoying it.
Phil's still alive and needs to get it going to cut into that lead.
Yep. He knows what
He's
he
only
needs.
down about 21, however.
Important one. It's out there. Coming back and gets him. Very important to build up on that now. Shot is first.
Well, Phil strikes here. He cut the lead to 11 and put the pressure back on Ollie.
He takes his time to get ready. There he goes. It's out. Will it come back? It roars back.
Excellent shot.
Nice
No
shot.
doubt about it. Phil using one of his favorite balls, his black UDOT.
I think it's going to be the difference may be in who can master lane 3 here today.
Okay, Ollie's been pretty solid on lane 4. See if he continues.
Got him.
He's solid again.
No doubt about that shot. That's why it's important to be able to get one on 3, because then you can go back to 4 where they're having a little better luck.
Well, and Phil has the opportunity to finish on 4, and I'm sure he thought of that when he was choosing his lane. I think it's an advantage.
Absolutely. It's part of the strategy, the match play. Gets it out, doesn't come back. Didn't have enough on it. Still struggling with lane 3.
Yeah. Lane 3 seems to be tough for everyone, Fitz. It's either on the nose or Brooklyn or wide. It doesn't seem very tough to get to the pocket. Neither bowler's found the right angle to hit lane 3 consistently.
Okay, he's got to push it over.
Nice try, but a little
missed
short.
again.
And we have a very close match here. And Phil strikes, he takes the lead.
Draws them closer
strike,
together.
it's about even.
Okay, I'm sure Phil knows it. He's watching the scoreboard himself.
Well, his last 2 shots are right in there. Let's see where this one goes. He sent it out. It's coming back.
Mixes them out. Carries them all.
Excellent shot.
Let's get himself fired up now. Getting that adrenaline pumping. You can see it in him.
Well,
that was a little dangerous, but he got it.
Trust is a must, and Phil has a lot of faith in his ball. He's not afraid to send it out and let it come back, and that's when he's at his best.
That's right. When that ball's working, he can carry from many angles.
Okay, chance to increase his lead.
Big one here. He doesn't like it.
Threw that ball poorly.
He knew it.
Yeah, I think he lost it on a downswing.
Well, maybe he was trying too hard, but whatever happened, that's what happened. They're all
If he
still
covers
very
this,
close here.
he'll have a 7-pin lead, however, with a frame and a half to go.
You know, he knows he needs this. Doesn't like to leave that much for pin count.
No problem.
Covers them all with the ball.
Perfect cover, and however, Ollie's in a position now where he can control his own destiny. If he gets up and throws 3 strikes and a fill, he can just shut Phil out. So that's the position you want to be in.
161 to 154.
Ollie
Phil
could
in
go
the lead.
for 214, and Phil has a potential 211. So
Ollie's on an open, so he wants to get this
has been a
foundation
good
strike
lane
here.
and it
Still
good
is.
lane. He's been pounding the pocket on lane 4 and scratching his head on lane 3. So he knows he needs one here, though.
Well, got to throw all caution to the wind, I guess.
Ollie needs a strike here to take the lead. A strike here and a good fill forces Phil the double to win. So this is a key shot in the match right here.
Okay. He's got it out. Will it come back? Gets a piece of the head pin, but can't carry. All right. Striking 9.
Okay.
So most he can do is a 194.
Right. Well, a spare conversion here makes Phil spare
Down and hard as a
strike
break
to win.
Get up, and it does. Catches the side of it.
Assuming Ollie gets some kind of a decent count, Phil will need a mark and a 10 to win the match. It's been a very close match most of the way.
184 with 1 ball to go. He's going to want them all. Every pin's going to count here. Looks good. He's found it.
Well, it's still not in the pocket, a little heavy. And never did find the pocket on that lane. Okay, Ollie finishes 194. Phil's 161 in the 8th with a spare up.
Well, strike here would give him 81.
Strike, spare, and it's all over.
Yeah. Now he just need a few pins on his last ball. But
some kind of a mark. Finishing on a good lane. It's out.
It's back and
there.
carries.
And
powerful strike.
If anything points out the advantage to the bowler seated ahead on choosing your finishing lane, this pair certainly points that out, doesn't it?
Certainly is a big factor this game. You're right, Rich.
Ollie threw 5 strikes out of 5 possible strikes on lane 4, and Phil has shot 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes.
Right, because when you need 3 and a 10th, you want it to be on your good lane. Let's see if he can get 2. Gets another big mixer.
And he can, with the count, 211.
Oh, he's loose now. He just can't do anything wrong on lane 4. So it could be a 211 to 194. Close match, but he broke it up in the end. All right, and our 12-time champion will get into the championship match after this ball.
208.
7 count.
To 194.
208 to 194. And Phil moves on to the next match with our returning champion, Mark Talmadge. Don't go away, folks. We'll be right back. Final match with returning champion from last week, Mark Talmadge, 33-year-old machinist from Westfield, Mass.
And Mark elected to start on lane 3. It wasn't lost on him that lane 4 was easier of the 2 lanes, so naturally he elected to finish on lane 4.
Good picking. Okay, with that high-held ball, he reaches way out. It's going to cross. He gets lucky. He gets that 9 out of there.
So far, I think, from what I've seen, if anyone's conquered lane 3, it's been Phil. He seems to have some idea of how to get the ball to the pocket. Everyone else seems a little lost out there. We'll see how Mark does as the game goes along. And just barely picks up.
Maybe that one a little too much, but he covers. Happy to get off with a spare. It'll be interesting to see how Phil attacks lane 3. He has a different line of flight with his ball. Let's see if he can overcome that hurdle, but he's going to start on 4.
Well, he's been solid in lane 4. See if he continues.
Throws hard out there, heavy.
Not a good shot.
No, leaves a 610. Okay, throwing the harder ball for the spare. Throws it hard. Gets them both.
Okay, after one frame, all even.
We're all tied up now.
That too.
Okay. All right, now the fill comes into play. A little play on words there. Okay.
Well, let's see if Phil can hit lane 3.
Doesn't waste much time. Going right after it.
It's out.
Gets it out. Doesn't come back
just a
far
little
enough.
life.
Leaves himself to 2-5.
He'll throw this hard and straight for the conversion.
Uh-oh, but he gets him. Happy to get out of there.
But
Pulled
that's
to the
a
left,
good,
got him the hard way.
That's a good lesson for the viewing audience. You're shooting 1 and 2 pin spares. You don't really want the ball to hook a lot. The straighter and harder you can throw it, the better off you are, generally speaking. And Phil gives a good example of that.
Well, he's got enough experience to be throwing both kinds of balls also, which is a lot of hard work. These fellas put into the games. Mark's right back in the pocket on 4. Got his strike.
Solid shot by Mark, takes a 2-pin lead.
Okay. Last week he started off with a lot of confidence, and by the 3rd game he started to get nervous, but he held on for the victory. All he needs to do is be hot for 1 game here today, and he can go home as a repeat champion. Phil being our most titles held champion with 12. This is his 5th week in a row on, and he's looking for number 13. Mark gets it out there. Doesn't come back enough.
He's light.
It does not roar back on 3.
No, there again, we've said it over and over, but lane 3, if you send it out bold, it seems to miss the head pin or barely get to the head pin light. And if they set it short, it's on the nose or booklet. It's just no one's mastered the right angle to get to the pocket on lane 3.
I guess we're going to have to get the engineers in here to see what it is about that lane 3. It must be ghost from other years on it. Uh-oh, sends it out, but it comes back on the left side.
Nice cover. I'm sure there's a way to hit lane 3, Fitz, that no one's discovered it yet, whether it's a further outside, further inside, or a straighter shot.
Well, maybe you and I can go back late tonight, Rich, and figure that one out.
No, I wouldn't, matter of fact.
Somehow I agree with you. Okay. Bill's got work to do.
That's a good shot.
A little off balance,
Solid.
but it comes back.
Okay, we have a 2-pin match. After 3 frames, Mark Tomlich 40 in a second with a spare up. Phil Karwoski 38 in a second with a strike up. And a strike here in the 4th. Phil could take the lead on the very difficult lane 3.
It's becoming legendary of the lanes already, huh? We shouldn't want it to be too easy, folks. Let's see what he's got. It doesn't come back.
And it's light.
But he gets 9. He'll take the count.
He's happy with that.
Yeah. Still perplexing him.
And that's what makes bowling a challenge, Jack. It's just from lane to lane. One lane could be easier than another. One pair could be easier. And that's part of the skill of this game, is to make the right moves, right, left, or with equipment to overcome whatever conditions out there.
You're absolutely right. And this is what these gentlemen work at very hard all year round, year after year. These gentlemen are constantly experimenting with equipment, with delivery, with speeds.
If every lane were the
Not
same,
easy, McGee.
a lot of the enjoyment would go out of the game, actually, the challenge. Where is the shot on this lane, you know?
Oh, Mark is solid on lane 4.
And you can see most of our bowlers have been pretty solid on lane 4. So it seems to be an easy lane, and 3 seems to be, I don't know if it's a difficult lane, but maybe it is in relation to 4.
Well, you don't know. They say that the grain of the wood can affect the surface of the urethane. That the urethane will pick up the properties of the wood, and if you got wood that has a different grain, it can affect that, and of course affect the shot because you're rolling on it, and you have to negotiate it. You hope it's not a wide and divergent difference, but sometimes it is.
That was a good shot, and that was a tighter shot. And maybe that's the answer. He kept that ball tighter to the pocket, and he was solid.
Right, that's a big edge now to have a double, and one of them already on 3. Now he can go to 4.
You like to say it's automatic turkey, but it doesn't work that way. But you would think you'd have an excellent shot for him.
No, eventually you got to throw one on 3. And here's Spill. He knows what he needs. A little far out, doesn't come back, breaks it up, but leaves him with
not a good break.
A difficult spare.
Sent that a little wide, and he had a very difficult 2-8-10, and now he has an unmakeable 8-10. So he'll take his 1 pin and hope something kicks out. And it almost did.
He used a third ball that time.
So after 5 frames, Phil finds himself in big trouble. Mark has got 16 and 3rd with a double up. Phil 85 in the 5th. And he's down 20, 24, 29, 24. Let's see if he gets it.
Looks better.
That's not a bad shot.
Kick, but it won't go for him. He's saying to himself, what do I have to do on this lane? Well, that was a tough break.
Got a pretty good ball. So we're only talking fractions between a strike and, like, for example, a 2-8-10 that fell into an 8-10 last frame, and this is...
so Gordon's here of a chin difference, huh? Where is Orp today? Fires hard, gets his 10 pin.
Orv left early. I think he had some prior commitment. He was here earlier and couldn't stay.
That's right. Orv directs our roll-offs on Saturday morning and fills in if Rich, I, or Tom need any help. So he's waiting in the wings for his call. But he puts on a long week worrying about this. It helps us in other areas. There's Mark in the pocket.
Excellent shot by Mark for Turkey, and
it's like 4 is automatic to him. He doesn't even have to think.
He's looking real strong.
But he's thinking now. Phil's checking the score out, seeing how much room he has left. He's got 4 frames to go, which is plenty of room, but Mark on the 3-bagger.
See if he keeps it tight 4 again on lane 3. He swung it out a little bit,
and he catches it off the wall.
Yeah, that was an excellent ball. I thought he got that ball too wide compared to how he threw the ball last time on lane 3. And
with lane 4 coming up.
Well, Mark throws a powerful ball anyway, as you can see. And he got the carry.
Phil gets a little too far out and leaves himself the split. 1, 2, 4, 10.
Well, I know it's not over till the fat lady sings, but we're getting close to that point. Mark is looking very strong, and Phil is...
nice cover.
Keeps himself alive with that shot.
First one to make that today. I've seen Mark solve 3 by, if I noticed correctly, by getting the ball a little farther out of the lane.
Well, that's his normal style, and he's been throwing the ball that way ever since I knew him for however long that is, at least 15 years, 10 or 15 years, I'd say. And that's basically
he's one here, folks. It's coming back again. He's got 3.
And a nice shot on lane 3.
3 down.
Yeah. But he's in a position, he's really got to strike out and hope trouble befalls Mark. Right now, Mark looks pretty strong. He's been solid in the pocket the last 4 frames, and he's just pulling away. Right now, he has about a 49-pin lead.
out
Looks like
there.
another pretty good
Goes
shot.
back,
Yep.
Mixes and carries. Got himself 5 in a row.
And he ups his lead. 59-pin lead with 2
That
frames
was a
to
big
go.
one. All the pressure is on Phil now.
Well,
Even though-
maybe out of his hands with one more strike here. There won't be any pressure on
Well,
Phil.
Mark sure doesn't want to coast, but I know he feels good with that one in his pocket. Mark's, an unusual way that he bends his wrist when he holds that ball up there. I think mine would break. Gets it way
It's a
out.
tight line shot, a little too
Heavy. Uh-oh. That was heavy.
Well,
Looked like he locked his thumb up a little bit in the hole trying to get it out there.
well, I think on that lane, I think he was trying to keep it in a little tighter, and got a little too tight. Ended up on the nose for a split. So he's going to take.
Checking the score to see how much room he has.
Well, he's still got. Phil's got a remote possibility. Mark would have to open again in the 10th, but anything can happen in this game.
He'll go for 1.
Yep, that's a smart thing to do.
Because
one
he
is
went for the
two.
hard one. 7 pin's a little easier, but I'm sure he said, I need to practice for that in case I leave another one.
Well,
So, might be a
let's
good
see.
move to practice
At this
it.
point, Fitz.
1 pin probably won't make a difference
Yeah,
here.
it's not going to matter because
It's still
Mark
going
doesn't even
way
need a
outside.
mark, and it's over.
Well, Phil is fishing around for a new line on lane 4. He's got that same spare he just made. Let's see if he can do it again.
Well, he had no chance getting up in a 10th. Looking at the score, Mark was 206. Even if he got 6 pins and 2 balls in the 10th, he was a winner. So
Pulls a little left, misses the head pin, does not get the 10. So he's open. Open in the all-important 9th.
well, the usually important 9th.
Does not bode well for him. He found the light on 3. Still a little late, but he tried that on 4, and it cost him that open frame in the 9th.
And you see, he's still trying to throw, even though he's out of it. Still trying to make good shots here in the 10th. So, you know, he's got the pride of
He's probably working on next week's show.
Absolutely. He's storing it in the computer, and what if I'm on again next week?
There he
How will I
is, a
handle
double
it?
on
Right.
3. First man to do that today. Now we could relax and enjoy the game. All right.
And Phil finishes with a 175.
Not bad, all things considered, but Mark was real confident today. Just carried on both lanes and was like a runaway freight train in the middle of the game here. So he's going to have a nice game. He'll be in the, now if he can mark, he'll be in the 20s.
Yeah, well, Mark certainly deserves to be the champion. He outbowled anyone else we saw here today and put the ball exceedingly well. And
boy, like he owns that lane, folks.
it's his 2nd week in a row. Maybe he's on his way to a streak here.
Well, he's had his nervousness and his jitters, and that was all over and past him.
Doesn't look
He comes in and
nervous
does
to
the
me.
job on a 1 game. That's he's now a seasoned veteran of the television world. Probably doesn't even know the camera's around. Get one more here. Thank you.
And he's going to be in the 230s.
That's true. He's saying I can knock him down any old way, folks. Mark very happy. Nice young man. Bowls with his father in several leagues. They get in quite a few tournaments.
Ev.
Very active. He's an
Ev
active
for
golfer,
many years,
volleyball
yeah.
player. So. He's got 200-300 games to his credit, so he's not a newcomer. High series of 762
And 233. Very nice game.
finishes up
233.
233. All right, folks, don't go away. We'll be right back to talk with the champion and the challengers and give out the money. Hot Shot Challenge. We're ready to call up our winners today. Rich, would you do the honors for us?
Certainly, Jack. Our number 4 finisher, Bill Brown. Hi, Bill. Is this your first time on TV?
Yes, it is.
A little nervous out there?
Yeah, quite.
Well, you lost a tough match, 158, 153. I'm sure you hope to do better in the future. I hope you try for the show again.
Thank you. I'll try.
I'm looking for you to come back. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Building.
Okay, our number 3 bowler, Ollie. I guess the story today is lane 3 or 4, and it seemed to me when you were bowling Phil Karwoski, it was the luck of the draw. First match, you had the choice to start on 3 and finish on 4, and it seemed critical in your match with Phil, the bowler who could finish on 4 had the advantage.
Yeah, I think so. Lane 3 was tough. You really had to find something fast and hit it, and Phil found it.
Yeah, I noticed you had 5 strikes out of 5 chances on lane 4, and Phil had about 5 strikes on lane 4 also. Yeah. But you bowled pretty well, and I'm sure we'll see you again.
Yeah, I'll be trying. I'll be here next week trying.
Great having you on. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Okay, our number 2 bowler, Phil Karwoski. Hi, Phil. This is the 20th time, Phil. Didn't make it this week to the title, but I'm sure you'll be back. You bowled pretty well the second to the last match. In the final match, I thought you shoot a little better.
I was all pumped up after coming back with all those pins, and it seemed like every ball I kept throwing was just a little bit harder and a little bit harder. And of course, when you do that, you get lighter and lighter in the pocket. And
yeah, you get down to only about 40 sticks, and then you come back with a bunch of strikes on the end to bail it out. And what, you had an emotional letdown after that again?
yeah, it was, I guess, like Marshall Holman syndrome. It seems like you can win one game on TV and you get beat, but it kind of took all the wind out of me coming back that far, I guess.
Well, nice ball, Phil. I'm sure we'll see you again maybe next week.
Thank you.
And our champion once again, Mark Talmadge. Congratulations, Mark. Second week in a row.
Starting to feel comfortable out there. It's feeling a little better anyways.
You didn't look nervous to me. Boy, you're throwing the ball right in there in lane 3, which was a tough one. A couple of key shots there, and you thought was the case?
Yeah, lane 3 played a little tighter, so I played it. It worked out well for me. I know everybody else was having trouble with it. I'm preferable to lane 4 myself.
But it seems like everyone preferred lane 4, but you made the good shots in lane 3, and I noticed you did throw a tighter line, and that was by intent.
Yeah, it was definitely by intent there.
Well, congratulations. We'll see you next week. Come back and defend the title.
Oh, yes, definitely. Congratulations. Thank you, John.
Okay, that's it for the presentation of the checks. We'll be right back with the home viewer pick.
Listen carefully. This
card pick. And for those of you that want to participate in our home viewer drawing every week, you can mail your card to 96 Wayside Avenue, West Springfield, which is Riverdale Lanes. Zip code is 01089. Our score, the winning score this week for our champion was 233. So if a viewer picked gets a score within 5 pins, plus or minus, they'll win the $65. $65. Mark, would you draw the card? Okay, the winner's score predicted was 217, which doesn't come within the 5 pins. However, it's not a bad shot at it.